Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Blake here, and today we're doing a review, something I haven't done in forever. But I thought since I had both of these now that I might as well make a little review on them. This is going to be a review over the Gemmy animated 2005, I believe, both of these were. I don't know, maybe she might have been 2006. I know he was 2005, because I was told by Adam that he was 2005. But she might be 2006. I'm not positive on that, but it's either 2005 or 2006. Gemmy animated peppermint spinning snow couple. It's the snowman and the snow woman. I don't have the box for either one, but you guys know I've had that one for a very long time, and I've had her since Christmas. I got her as a Christmas gift. So obviously they're both in really good shape. He's in perfect shape. She, I would say, is in perfect shape. I mean, she looks just as clean as he does, but he's been washed, obviously machine washed and dried and mechanically re-greased and fully repaired. And also today, something I did, I actually, with an airbrush, one of those little things they use to paint rocket fire masks, I used that to re-blush his cheeks, because what happens is when you machine wash the blush on the cheeks comes off, and you can see she hasn't been washed because she literally can't, because I don't want to run any of this material through the wash. His vest and scarf can come off. Only her scarf can come off. Her hat can come off, and this can come off, I'm sure. But the dress is stitched all the way around and up in here to her body. So like it's not like an after stitch. It's like an actual machine sewed thing that I obviously don't want to undo. Plus she's in really good shape anyway, so why would I even do that? But obviously now they both work great. She needed a new gear in this arm. I used a 9-tooth. Obviously I don't use 8-tooths in these because they don't really last that long. She actually came in pretty good shape mechanically, aside from the fact that obviously this arm was broke, and then both of her feet were actually snapped. This one over here had popped out of the socket because a little thin piece had snapped off the foot where the hinge is, so this one popped out of the socket. And then over time of it working like that, because you could just pop it back in the socket, but over time with the previous owner of them trying to, you know, pop it back in the socket over and over again and just having that foot loose all the time, it actually broke the other foot too, right below the hinge. The actual piece, like that whole triangular piece, was snapping off. It's hard to describe. I don't know if I have a spare foot laying around. I might actually. Give me one sec. I think I do somewhere. Yeah, right here. We've got one. Sorry, I've been sick the last few days, so I'll probably be sniffling a little bit. But this is one from a 3-piece band. But this whole piece was snapping off from around here. The other foot just had this little top part snapped. So obviously I had my other snow woman, which is currently scrapped for parts because the skin is kind of a mess. The eye sockets are a little messed up, and I don't know, I might reassemble it, but I might just get a new one at this point because of how common they are. It's not really worth fixing in the condition that it's in. But I took the feet from that and used them in her, and obviously it works just fine. She's really stable now. But yeah, after that, you know, she fully worked. I sewed her up. If I can spin her around here, you can see it looks really good, I think. So that came together really nice. I'm trying to spin her around without getting in the shot here. But so yeah, she came out really nice. But obviously you all know the story with him. He was, when I got him, his hat arm was split. Because I don't actually think I've made a review of him before. Obviously I've never done one of her, but I don't even think I've done a review of him. I've just done demos over the years. But obviously he had a fair share of issues. His arm worked fine and his hips worked fine when I got it. But over time later that day, that the gear, the yellow gear in there obviously split, which I don't think she has. Because these are never broken. The arms on those never seem to break with that in that spot. So I think it's a 2005 exclusive thing, because I'm pretty sure, or is it 06? I can't remember. I don't think it's 06, because I think that was the year she came out. The blue, the green, and obviously the blue vest from that year, which those don't seem to ever have those gear issues. So I think it was a 2005 exclusive thing. But obviously that gear broke in there, and I had to replace that. I actually had to end up replacing his motor a couple times because of how slow he spun. And then the arm piece itself, because the skin was actually really tight in there for this arm. So I used a shorter pin from a 2002 Snowman, because they actually use shorter arm pieces than these ones, than the later models. All the belt-driven Snowmen, they have like a longer pin in this arm, and it's like bent in a weird way. It's like bent right as it comes out of the little hole right here. But the 2002 ones, they come out a little bit and then it bends. If I had a piece to show what I was talking about, obviously I would, but it's hard to kind of describe it. But I think I described it okay. So yeah, that was that with the arm. And obviously with washing the skin, I had to detach the peppermints and stuff and had to reattach them a few times. And then obviously the hat arm was split, which that's obviously I replaced the gear and that was fine. I think I did a restoration on that part. And his hips have never really had an issue, other than them frying out one time, actually, because I was trying to replace the sound transistor, trying to get it to be louder, and I couldn't. It was so stupid. I couldn't figure out. I thought I had it figured out. There was a couple little components, around the speaker and around the speaker wires, and I would have figured one of the transistors on there would have been for that. And replacing it, it was the same. It never got any louder. It was the same volume. So obviously, I'm sure it had something to do with the sound chip on it, because the amplification on a lot of these is different. Some of them are loud and some of them are softer audio. And I almost want to say at this point that has something to do with the sound chip. But after doing that and messing with it, I actually ended up crossing something together at some point along the line, and it actually fried the hips. So I spent like a good week or so trying to figure out which transistor was bad, and it turns out I had the wrong value in one of the spots somehow. So I went, and Lane actually helped me. He we were on a call and he showed me the inside on the board, what transistor values are what. So I went and found the right values, put them all in, and his hips work again. So I lucked out extremely on that, because obviously I wasn't going to find one of these again for a pretty long time. So I'm glad I was able to get that working. But I guess I could do a little bit of a close-up detail on them. You can see that blush actually came out really nice, I think. Obviously he got sewed up. It's kind of hard to see. It looks really good. Down here, I think I sewed it up too. New zip tie. He doesn't have his battery cover right now. I'll have to find it. But, he's in really nice shape. I stuffed his face a little bit different than it originally was, so he looks a little better, because before he kind of looked a little bit strange. I'm trying to get her without getting in the camera shot. But you can see she's in really good shape, actually, for never being fully restored and just being in the same condition, cosmetically, basically, from when I got her. Now, this does need to be glued at some point. This little piece on the base, it was like that when I got it. Obviously, this is a little bit not as, it's like flattened because the zip tie is like weird. There's actually 2 zip ties right there. I don't know if you can see, but I had to use the original and then add a little extension to get it to close up again. But other than that, she's in really good shape. But yeah, that's basically all I really have to say about them. I don't have their boxes, so I can't really describe much more about them. But I guess, without further ado, we'll demonstrate them for you. And now for the snowman. I'll probably have to hold her because she does rock around a little bit. Yeah, I personally think she's ridiculously fast in that arm, which, I mean, obviously I'm not going to go in and slow the arm down on purpose, because why would anybody ever do that? Because most of the issues half the time in these is that they spin too slow, so why would I go in there and slow it down? Plus, I mean, I think it spins at a pretty good speed. I don't know. It's kind of half and half with me. I get worried sometimes that the peppermints are going to fly off, and then I'm just like, no, I'll just leave it. But I guess I'll show them both on demo mode while we're here. I want to make sure he's not going to, like, hit her arm or anything with the peppermints. That's his. I'm going to flip him back on because I do want to play them both at the same time here in a sec, wherever his switch is. There we go. All right, let me go over to her. Flip her to demo mode. I've used her on demo mode maybe once. And that's it. It's pretty simple. Flip her back on. And then we'll do both of them at the same time here. See if I can do this. Hold on, let's do it again. They actually end pretty much at the exact same time, which I thought was kind of funny. But yeah, that's basically all I gotta say. So that's the review. That concludes review over the Gemmy Peppermint Spinning Snow Couple. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review after a long time of not making any reviews. I guess I thought I'd do it for Christmas, but hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.